Alrighty, welcome back. It's round 18 review time and another fantastic round of NRL. What an absolute fantastic round of footy. There was some close games and some absolute shellackings this round. Yeah, I think I got 5 out of 8. I mean 6 out of 8 if you count that I did say the Cowboys will win, but in my tipping comp I did take the Tigers because I always take the Tigers. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, three big results. It's really starting to show the bottom three teams are starting to fall away on the ladder. Let's start all the way back on Thursday. Sharks over the Dragons. Just an absolute clinical performance. Obviously, as it's been well documented, a lot going on at the Dragons. Ben Hunt, who wants to get out of his contract. The Dragons have told him he needs to stay for now. He's contracted right through to 2025. Zach Lomax has been told that he could find somewhere else for next year, but then incoming coach Shane Flanagan says that he still wants him. A whole bunch of who knows what's going on at the Dragons. Yeah, just who knows what the board's doing, but like onto the Sharks' performance, and it was just clinical. Nico Hines, what did he get? 8 from 9, scored the first try. Kennedy played well. Britton Nakora got a double. Yeah, just really clinical plays. Just Sharks are starting to hit form at the right time of year. And yeah, obviously Nico wanted to put in a good performance to see if he got picked for Origin. That did not happen, but you know what? At least he can lead his team for the rest of the year and take the Sharks deep into the finals. Second up game was Warriors versus Rabbitohs. It was absolutely pissing it down over there in Mount Smart, and the Rabbitohs just played better wet weather football. I mean, the Warriors had been on a bit of a streak there. Absolutely killing it. The confidence was up. Looked really good, but the Rabbitohs, even without Latrell, yeah, Cody Walker was absolutely outstanding. His combination with Alex Johnson. Cam Murray had a fantastic game. Damien Cook on fire. The forwards stepped up. I really think the Rabbitohs play so much better when they have Tom Burgess in the team. He was back, just a big body, big presence. Really breaks the line. Rabbitohs 28-6. Gets themselves back on track after a few concerning losses over the last few weeks, but yeah, and Warriors, I'm definitely sure they'll bounce back. This is not the end of the Warriors. They just can't seem to play wet footy. They played a game against the Roosters, oh, about a month or so ago. Yeah, they just don't know how to play in the wet, which is terrible when you're from New Zealand. The late game on Friday was the big one, Storm versus Panthers. And wow, Storm just absolutely jumped out to a lead. Looked like they were going to go on to it. Harry Grant, just a great first try. Big Nelson got a lucky try there. Just Welchie came on or started the game and was absolutely dominating the Panthers forward pack. But yeah, the Panthers just hung in. Isaac Tunga had an amazing game, like just breaking tackles. Um, Luai had a good game. The forwards had a great game. Yeah, Panthers are just clinical and they've just firmed right back up into premiership favourites after that. But yeah, really solid game. On to Saturday's games now. Now, Raiders Titans, what an absolutely close match. There was a disallowed try just before half time, which should have been a try for David Fifita. He had a fantastic game, but the Raiders were just hungry and I guess they just wanted it more. Yeah, it could have gone either way, but yeah, Raiders just Titans weren't clinical at the end, had their opportunities. Raiders get the win 26-22. Um, did say at the start of the season, never write off a Ricky Stewart team, and they're just flying under the radar. Raiders. They might go deep this year, and like obviously a lot. Jared Croker's back and playing some good footy. Played his 300 recently. Jackie White and everyone knows he's leaving. Um, Probably wants to go on a run with his boys that he's grew up playing with. The Raiders could be an absolute smoky here. Yeah, I just don't write off the Raiders. I mean, they're winning and they're just creeping up slowly. Yeah, mate, Raiders could be an absolute force come finals time. The 5:30 game on Saturday, it was Cowboys versus Tigers. Now, a few weeks ago, the Tigers absolutely gave it to the Cowboys, 66 to 12 or something like that. But wow, the Cowboys just absolutely return serve. Obviously, no Appy, no Luke Brooks. Other than that, like, we're looking pretty full strength, but 74 points to nil. Like the first 20 minutes, it was close, and then they just got through a try. Brandon Wakem missed a tackle, was absolutely filthy on it. You could see it. And then two more quick tries, straight to the kickoff, no possession. And then the floodgates just opened. Like that was a terrible, I think the biggest win of the Cowboys ever, but it was just terrible, the Tigers. There's so many young blokes in there. Like Talon Silva's not his chance to sort of show what he can do. Obviously Wakeham paired up with Dane Laurie now. Like just the most experienced half that's not injured in the Tigers setup is Will Smith, and he's still playing State Cup, New South Wales Cup. Surely he gets a run next week. Surely they've got to try something. Like he's got the experience. Like might as well get him out there, have a dig. There's a few. Justin Matamua, don't know what he has to do to get a game for the Tigers. But yeah, like uh, the season's done now. We really just got to sort of pick and choose, and get a bit of experience for some of our up and coming players, some Jersey flags, some players running around New South Wales Cup. Yeah, there's plenty of talent there, so we might as well get them some experience. On to the Cowboys. I mean, look, not taking nothing away from them. The Tigers are awful, but the Cowboys are clinical. Scott Drinkwater, holy dooly, he is such a good player. Tom Dearden, the first half was just had a just was mesmerising the defence with his passing, with his running game, just dumbing through the line. Chad Townsend was absolutely clinical. Tuolagi, Peter Hiku, Val Hones, I think got a hat trick. Like forwards were just everyone was on the Cowboys. Yeah, rough on the take since the Cowboys. Will absolutely love beating them, but yeah, let's move on from that game. Enough said about that. And the better Saturday night at the Gabba, Broncos versus Dolphins. I tipped the Dolphins, and they did have a chance, but Selwyn Cobbo was the difference here. Like it was a pretty even. Dolphins were pretty much at full strength. Broncos had a few out. I thought they were going to be vulnerable, but the Broncos needed to get that victory and show that they're still in there to fight for go deep into the finals. Um, yeah, just I think Kevy's going to be very happy with that. Get him back on the winning path. A team with like the likes of Reynolds, Carrigan, Payne Haas, like it's just class in there. Selwyn Cobbo shows class. Without Reece Walsh, Tristan Saylor is going to be a good pickup for someone. He's not going to play in the shadows of Reece Walsh forever. I think a team is going to come in and throw some big money. The two games that he's covered for Reece Walsh, Tristan Saylor's done really well. Son of the great Wendell Saylor. Good to see. Moving on to Sunday now, Bulldogs versus Knights, and another absolute shellacking. This time by the Knights over the Bulldogs, 66 to nil. Wow, I was really, really hoping there'd be a couple more late tries for the Knights. I really wanted to outdo the Tigers, but the Knights were you know, just 10 of their 11 tries, I think, went down the left side of the Bulldogs. Maybe it was the nine and there was one through the middle. 10 and 11. Anyway, one on the right. Yeah, the Bulldogs were just a revolving door of defense. The Knights just tore them to pieces. Bradman Best had his best game. Got a call up for Origin out of it. Hastings and Tyson Gamble, their running and passing game. And Hastings scored a try, two tries. Yeah, like that's literally how the Knights should have started the season. Like everyone's starting to find their place in the team. Where do we got? Jackson Hastings, two tries. Good on Jocko. Ponga was good. Yeah, just if they would have picked that, obviously you're going to go Jaden Brayley, but like Phoenix Crossland, absolute beast, just playing his heart out in the hook and roll. Seven Hastings, six Gamble, Ponga at the back. It's just a lethal combination. But once again, Bulldogs, like there's a few tries out there, but some of their players are just not first grade. Just or just need a bit of time to become first graders. Yeah, that's a dark day for the Bulldogs as well. And then the final game was an absolute doozy. Eagles up against the Roosters. Joey Manu was at his best again. Teddy had a great game. Kiri had a great game for the Roosters. Daly Cherry Evans. Oh, I keep saying it. I keep saying it. He will get Dally M this year or next year. Cherry Evans will win a Dally M. He was just playing champagne footy. Jake Tavoyevich was a big difference having him back in the side. Got the boys revved up. Yeah, good win for the Seagulls. Where to now for the Roosters? Who knows? Geez, I think Robbo's even under a bit of pressure. Um, yeah, the Roosters were my pick at the start of the season. And yeah, I mean they could scrape into the finals. I can't see them doing anything this year, but you know, who knows? Stranger things can happen. This competition is still very, very close, apart from the few teams down the bottom. The Bulldogs, the Dragons, and the Tigers won't feature in the finals. Any other team can do it, as we've seen. The Eels and the Cowboys are starting to make their runs now. Titans are in and around. Raiders right up there, and same with the Warriors. Um, yeah, as I said, another fantastic round of footy. Um, Click that like or subscribe button or both. Thanks to you if you made it to the end. That's all for now. I'm going to have a special What's Doing with the Tigers podcast this week, plus my tips later in the week. Thanks for listening. Say less. Peace out.